All right, joining me is young heavyweight talent, new Frank Warren signing, Mitchell "the Bull" Barton, and Henry Wharton, who'll be training him. Gents, how are we?
Very good, thank you. Are you?
I'm good. Henry?
Good, Dev, thank you.
Good stuff. Now, Henry, I'm going to come to you first, actually. A few months ago, actually it was probably over a year ago now, you came to the office, you brought George Davey with you, and you said to Frank Warren, I've got one here. Have you got another one?
Most definitely. He's just ready, I think, with anticipation. Don't want to prep him too much and get him a little excited. Just want him to stay within himself like he is. He's eager and ready to go. He's waiting to happen. I feel like saying to people, listen, he's the next best thing. But I don't want him to get too excited. But I'm really excited. I just want people to take the pen and paper and just write their name down. Write their name down. He's 6'3.5", and he moves like a machine. I've never seen an heavyweight move quite like him. Apart from if you go, there's not many heavyweights who can move like him. And how strong he's becoming. He's only 22, so he's only a baby in the terms of heavyweight division. But he listens and he learns. And the school of boxing is within ear with him. And he wants to learn, he's passionate. And he never used to train as hard as he does now. So he gained a little bit of weight when he was amateur. But now he's focused. The pro game just suits him so much more because Mitchell's just a complete pro. In the amateur game, he was just a pro boxer who just wanted to get there eventually and mow him down. But eventually, you ain't got time to catch up. I'll catch up with him. This pro game is going to suit him. It's just going to be like somebody saying, well, he's always been a pro. Yes, he has. He just hasn't had the rounds to prove it.
Well, let's talk to the man. Mitchell, welcome to the team. Tell us the Mitchell Barton story. How did you get into this?
Well, my dad used to box, only amateur when he was, and I used to watch his tapes growing up, and I used to love it. I just thought, that's what I want to do. I want to box like my dad. So, and then I started. I'd done a bit of boxing now and again when I was younger in the gym. Like my dad would take me, but I never took it serious. And then when I was 16, I actually went to Henry's club. And my dad took me and said, if you want to go and learn how to fight, well, I'll show you, I'll take you to a real boxing gym. But it was just that far away. I lived in Scotland, Henry's gym's 150 mile away. So then I went to a little gym in Scotland called Churnside. I eventually done tryouts for the Scotland team, got on the Scotland team. They took me all over the world. I've got a lot of respect and appreciation for that. They took me everywhere. I've been to Commonwealth Games, been to World Championships. I was actually at the World Championships and Willie Hutchison won his gold medal. Been to Europeans, I've been everywhere, but I've done what I can I've done what I could as an amateur, and I'm just ready to take it to the pro ranks now.
Well, Henry says he's never seen a heavyweight move like you. That's quite a claim. I mean, there's been thousands of heavyweights over the years. How on earth do you move?
I don't like getting punched in the face, so the best way to do is move out the way, innit? There's nothing clever about standing and going toe to toe. Obviously, it is a requirement of being a heavyweight boxer to be able to take a shot, and I believe I can take a shot, but at the same time, I want to have a long career in boxing. I'm not going to have a long career if I keep getting punched in the head. So, best just move out the way.
Okay, so you're a little bit of a mover, because looking at you, you're what, 6'3"?
6'3".
6'3". Most people would consider that now a smaller heavyweight. David Adelaide's 6'4". He's been told he's too small to be a heavyweight. You're a different build. You're built sort of like a bull. Okay, I guess that works. So do you come in with hooks and stuff? Like what do you do?
I don't try and just rush in and try and take someone's head off. I try and read them clever and then just go for the kill when I see it. Just try and get them with precise shots. So I try and adapt. Like my name's the Bull, but people think, I'm just going to run forward, charging out. I try and be a clever boxer if I can, and then just when I see the opportunity, just take the head right off the shoulders. That's it.
What a show to be a part of. I mean, this is Frank Warren's 40th anniversary. He's got a couple of shows, but this really is a big one. How did you take the news when you learned that young Mitchell would be on this one?
Well, again, we just appreciate what Frank Warren's given us the opportunity. Queensberry Promotions give us the opportunity. BT Sports, what a platform. What a platform for a young man like him. To be on a bill of this stature is just fantastic. Two world prospects. There's no doubt in it. It's a 50-50 fight. And good luck to them both. Great fight. Great ambassadors for the sport. That's what they are. And they're going to be leading lights in the world heavyweight boxing. But hopefully now, obviously, our goal is Mitchell Barton, the Bull. I'm hoping that you'll see the next level, the next tier. They'll go on, and Mitchell will be going up, and hopefully one day we'll see that. Also on the bill was Mitchell Barton. He made his debut when these two, one of them are going to become world champion. Even the guy who loses could go on to win a world title. This fight is eagerly waited by the public, and I'm sure now that this is going to go on as one of the great fights, because it's just eagerly waited, like we say. But this kid is the next in line.
Mitchell, how did you take the news that... Because initially you were going to box on the Josh Taylor show, I believe, and that was back in May. We're now in November. How did you take the news to learn that you were going to be on this show?
Well, to be honest, I didn't really believe Henry, because we have a lot of jokes in the gym and torment each other. But
that'd have been very cruel, though, wouldn't it?
And he's like, "You're on this bill." And I was like, "All right, Henry, okay." And then he said, "No, honestly, yeah." And I was taken off, and yeah, taken off. And it took, even when I did believe him, it still took a couple of days to sink in. I thought, can't believe it. I still can't. I'm looking at the posters now, and can't believe it. Me, I feel like I'm here to watch these fight and not. But no, I'm ready for it. I'm looking forward to it.
You're in against Matt Gordon, who we've seen in recent weeks. I think he took on Dorin Kresmaru. He's taken on David Adelaide as well. Do you feel have you watched those fights?
I watched parts of the David Adelaide fight, but I don't really watch into my opponents that much. I leave that to Henry and Ron, and it could be a tricky fight, an awkward fight. He's been in with some good fighters as well. So I don't think he's no mug. I'm not going to take him lightly, but I'm here to do a job at the end of the day. Best of luck to him. I've got a bit of respect for him, but I'm coming to win. I'm not coming to take part. I'm coming to take over. So.
Do you feel you have to knock him out? Do you think that pressure's there because Adelaide's knocked him out, Kresmaru's knocked him out? If you are as good as Henry Wharton is saying that you are, surely you've got to do the job, right?
Well, there's a little bit of pressure to knock him out, but it'll come eventually. If I go looking for it, it never happens. So just take my time, and I've got faith in myself. I will catch him at some point and switch his lights off. But if I hit him clean, I will switch the lights off. So I'll just take it as it comes, one round at a time, see what happens.
And what about the main event? How do you see that one going? Daniel Dubois, Joe Joyce?
Oh, it's a 50-50 fight, isn't it? I'm favouring a bit more towards Dubois, but it's how could you pick between them two? They've both got equal strength. Daniel's a massive hitter. Joe Joyce has got an unbelievable engine, and I think Joe Joyce has got a very good chin as well. So it could go either way, but I'm favouring more towards Daniel, but see what happens.
Why are you leaning towards Daniel?
I prefer. I think he's got the style I prefer. Like I like to watch him fight, and he's just. I just like him. I think he's a great fighter. No disrespect to Joe. Joe's an excellent fighter as well, but I think Daniel's got the making of a great heavyweight. They both have, but in my eyes, Daniel's the better fighter.
What do you think, Henry? How's that fight going to go?
Like we said before, Dave, it's a really hard one to call. I'm going to sit on the fence. Really am. I've got me arguments for both. You can both make a case for both fighters winning. I'm winning outstanding, but it's too hard to pick. And I don't like getting things wrong. We like to think that we can understand boxing, and we're connoisseurs over the years, and boxing makes us look stupid because one punch can change it, especially with these big guys. So I'm not going to go for a particular winner. I'm going to go that anybody can win, and I'm going to go it's a 50-50, and just everybody watch and don't take your eyes. It's one of them. We haven't had one of these for years. We haven't had one of these fights for years. It's that interesting. And I mean, when you look at the fights they've had between them, very few, but they've captured the people's imagination. That the public want to see these. It's just unbelievable. I've never seen an heavyweight fight, and I know we're going through difficult times, unprecedented at this time, but I've never seen a fight be more talked about than this. Outside of a world title fight, it's not really. I mean, it's on another planet. This it really is. So I'm going to sit on the fence.
When's Henry Wharton promotion starting up?
Well, listen, we've got some good kids coming through, and we keep going. I think lads like George, Mitchell, and the rest of the kids what we've got coming through, it builds up, and it all adds up, and they get good, and the lads believing that what we're doing and what we're teaching is a recipe, and hopefully they'll come through. They believe in themselves. I think what Mitchell doesn't allow himself to be is, he says he's a big strong kid and he's a lovely, but his ability and what we've been working on throughout the gym is obviously skill sets for when he gets down the line, further down the line, and he's so accurate. His accuracy when he gets people hurt, he finishes them off, and that's only within the sparring arena. So he's got to transfer that to the main arena and in the ring. But I mean, no doubt that if he gets somebody going, he's going to finish him off. He's one of the deadliest finishers I've seen in boxing. That's boasting. But this kid's on the way up. I'm excited about it because, I mean, why wouldn't it be? You've got a young heavyweight, which is hard to find anywhere, and somebody with an ability to learn like he is, and how witty and clever he is. I think he's on another level. And the future's bright for this kid. As long as he keeps his feet on the ground and looks after me, everything will be just fine.
Mitchell, how on earth are you going to keep your feet on the ground when you've got this man just hyping you like that?
Well, it gives me a lot of confidence. Everyone knows Henry Wharton, knows who he's been in with, who he's fought, what he's done. And someone like that's behind me, and obviously he's my trainer, he's going to build me up anyway, but just the fact that he's doing it it gives me a lot of confidence. So I believe in myself because of him.
Obviously, you're not the only heavyweight on the show. Daniel Dubois, Joe Joyce, but also David Adelaide. Very early stages of his career as well. He's now 3-0. He just got out before you did, really. You may well have been 3-0 as well at this point. What do you make of him?
Oh, I think he's excellent. I think he's an up and coming. He's another superstar. There's a lot of great heavyweights coming out of the woodwork now, and I think he's just another one. I mean, who knows? A couple of years that could be me and him on there. Hopefully, fingers crossed.
That's what I'm thinking. It's a future fight. Both young men.
Yeah, definitely. I've got a lot of respect for him. I think he's a brilliant fighter. He's a good finisher, and I'm excited to see his career as well as my own. So.
Final word then. What can we expect from yourself on Saturday night?
A masterclass. That's what you can expect. A masterclass of boxing.
Good luck.
Thank you. Thanks very much.
Thank you, Dave.